Chris, is that as well as you've played this season, you think?
Yeah, I think in the first half, well, that third quarter was pretty good as well. That's, I think it's the most complete performance we've put together.
Anything particular really impressed you today? I mean, up forward, there were some highlights.
Yeah, well, our tall forwards have been questioned a little bit. We obviously got a good return from them today, but we probably helped them a little bit more as well. Took the ball forward a little bit quicker, and mainly that was a result of our work around the ball. We thought, we were able to get in and win the contested ball better than the last couple of weeks, and we tackled a little bit better than we have recently as well.
Does that probably suggest that maybe Cam Moon and Tom Hawkins have got a bit of work to do to break into that setup now?
No, I don't think anything changes there. Certainly not with Moons. Our plan is to have him as good as he can be, in the last 4 or 5 games of the year. So that hasn't changed. And Tom's very much in our plans, as we've said all along. The short term is almost irrelevant for him. Obviously, we want him to be playing really good footy. He's got a little bit of work to do to get there, but long term he is well and truly in our plans, and I expect him to be in our forward line at the end of the year.
Mooney said on the radio he's sort of got a 4-week block now to sort of make or break for him. Is that how you see it as well?
He's a bit of a drama queen, Moons. No, I mean, look, we've got to be honest and deal in reality. There's a chance that he may not come good. That's plain for everybody to see. But he's going to have a red hot crack at it and do his very best to be available at the end of the season. And that's what we expect to happen. It may go wrong, but we're anticipating that it'll be okay.
Is the plan for him to play a month in the twos? Is that right?
At some stage, yeah. He probably won't play twos at least for a couple of weeks. But at some stage, when he comes back, there'll probably be more VFL footy rather than AFL footy.
So have you got a set combination in mind in finals in terms of full forward setup, or is all the spots up for grabs? So could you play Nathan Vardy, for example, in September?
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I mean, we haven't put a line through anyone. We're anticipating that Mitch Brown's going to come in and have an impact as well. So, it could be perceived as being a little bit of a negative that we are a little unsettled. We prefer the glass half full approach. We think we've got lots of options and some young guys who have got some development in them. We expect Vardy and Brown and Hawkins, for that matter, to be playing better towards the end of the year.
Does he surprise you, Vardy, how well he's going?
Not really, to be honest. I really rate him. I have almost from the moment I got to the club. He's got the attributes to play as a genuine forward, and he's a very good young ruckman as well. We all know they take time to develop, but he doesn't look out of place at all.
Do you subscribe to the belief that Vardy has real-life qualities, Chris?
Be more specific.
In terms of his perhaps running ability and marking ability.
Yeah, the marking, I can see the similarities. He's very different to Riewoldt in a lot of respects, but he is an exceptional contested mark. And for a second-year player to be doing those things at AFL level is really exciting because they do take time. Tom Hawkins is a good example. He's only 22. That's young for a key forward. And Nathan's really agile and he's a good runner as well. So we're trying not to get carried away, but it's hard.
You got a good mentor in Ottens. I mean, Ottens grew up, didn't he, playing the exact same role?
Yeah, that's right. They're both, ruckman size that started as key forwards. But Cam Mooney's been terrific for Vards as well, and that's the sort of role we're looking for all our senior players to have around the place. It's really important that they keep playing well short term, but we want them to leave a legacy in this football club for years to come.
You mentioned the tackling.
Yeah.
It's something you've been disappointed with in the last few weeks. I mean,
yeah.
Even at half time, I think the Bulldogs led the tackle count. But there seemed to be a real intent after half time. In that first 10 minutes after half time, some really big hits. Yeah. Josh Hunt in particular, his attack on the ball and the man was what we expect. You're right, our tackling has been average. The numbers suggest we've been very poor. The raw tackle stats are a little bit misleading. I think when you dominate the possession, it's a bit harder to tackle. But I think we were ranked 16th in tackles this week. Is that because you've got a lot of young kids in the team?
No, we haven't played any kids that can't tackle. That's fundamental to the way we play. So it's one area we can improve, and it's good that we've still got things to improve on because we're in our opinion, still a fair way off where we plan to be in August, September.
What was the thought process behind moving Matty Scarlett to full forward?
Oh, I mean, there are a few things. The main one is we're still experimenting with our forward setup, and there are going to be times in games where we need one of our three key defenders to go forward, and we were happy with the role that Taylor and Lonergan were playing, so Scarlett was the one that slipped out.
You had a bit of fun up there.
Yeah, the crowd love him, don't they? And our players love him as well when he kicked that goal. I mean, that it's a fair indication of the esteem in which he's held.
Hawks next week, Chris. I think maybe Chappie said that he didn't want the Hawks or didn't want to lose to the Hawks since the grand final defeat. Do you feel as if there's any psychological hold over them, or
None that I can see. I mean, it's really hard for me to comment on the past. All I've seen is that our players hate being beaten. They had an opportunity to win a premiership and Hawthorn took that away, so I can understand that feeling, but I'd hate to think that we'd lift more from one side than another.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.